Hello everybody, welcome back to another Bracket Fights episode. In today's one, it's The Sims 2 expansion packs. And up first is already a hard one for one of them, because it's The Sims 2 Free Time versus The Sims 2 Open for Business. The Sims 2 Free Time essentially added new hobbies to the game, and a new kind of hobby system. So if your sim was interested into cooking, and if they were watching cooking or talking about cooking or anything like that, they'd unlock kind of new things related around that hobby. It added just new stuff. There was a new neighborhood actually introduced into this one. I never actually played on that neighborhood. But for me, I was never really blown away with Free Time. I did like the car though. You know, the car you could buy and you could do the car up during time and have a better car. I like the car, but it's against The Sims 2 Open for Business, and The Sims 2 Open for Business was a revolutionary expansion pack to The Sims games as a whole. As the name suggests, on The Sims 2 Open for Business, your Sims had the ability to open their own businesses, and any kind of businesses that you wanted to be it a restaurant, be it a toy shop, be it a clothes shop. You could even, if you had the money, build a massive supermarket or a shopping mall and have individual stores in that shopping mall, like a barber's, which that's another thing you could have done. I bet you didn't know that. Well, you probably did if you're watching the video. Clothes shops, just loads. You could even have home businesses where in your home lot you could sell stuff. You could sell stuff at your own home lot. All you have to do is just change the door settings so that, shoppers and customers don't actually go into your house or wherever you want them to go. They can go somewhere else, and you could sell whatever you wanted to. Now, it sounds good on the surface when I say that you could sell anything, literally nearly everything anyways. There was some things that you couldn't sell, but the game came with a skill badge system where basically, would you call them skills? But you had the ability, there was a florist table in this game, a toy making table, and a robotics table. Now these three were pretty kind of big, because the robotics table, when you go and got your bronze badge from it and then upgraded to your silver and your gold, when you got gold, you could actually make servos. Not one. You could make as many servos as you wanted to. You could sell them if you wanted to too. But you had the ability to make a servo and can control the servo. And servo would spawn in with some kind of attributes that your sim had before you. So if you kind of had a max out all skills, servo would kind of take some skill. You could make some servers that had no skills at all, but you could make some servers that had even some badges and some skills. And I was just amazed. You had your main sim that you could do whatever you want with, and then you had servo, who went out in the morning. He'd very less needs compared to normal sims. Charge him up in the morning and just do what you gotta do with him. Servo, of course, as well, could take over businesses and upgrade different badges, like the florist, stocking shelves, being a cashier, being a barber or makeup artist. And this was a huge aspect in the game, because when you owned a business, let's say that we had a salon, a barber's, makeup studio, it was really better to have sims that had a higher badge, because you'd get a better customer service and you'd get more stars and you'd upgrade your businesses. Then there was perks while being the manager and owner of a business that would help and benefit you in the future, making extra money on top of things. When you restocked some things, you get kind of money taken off restocking. The whole concept of the entire expansion pack was just absolutely amazing. And I still love going back and playing this one and just starting from scratch and opening it. It's a small business at the start and then eventually growing it into something massive. Like, you could have nightclubs in here, because you just charge people out the front. There was these items that you could have that you charge people to get into a business. It was a great way of making money, and it's like in my opinion, it was the best way of making money in The Sims 2. Yeah, I know there was other ways and proper jobs and good jobs in The Sims 2, but this was just more fun. You had to go to your business, take care of it, restock it, Make sure that your employees are well looked after and their needs are okay. Give them breaks. You can give them promotions and have a manager in a business. So if you wanted to just not be near the business, you could ring up and check up and then earn money from that business. And unbelievable. The Sims 2 Open for Business goes into the next round. We then have The Sims 2 Seasons versus Nightlife. The Sims 2 Seasons, as it says on the box, the first time in the Sims franchise that we literally got seasons. Winter, autumn, summer, spring. And it was pretty cool because, you could build like snowman and stuff in the winter time. In summertime, your sim could get heat stroke and sunburn, and you had to wear the right clothes depending on the season. And yeah, it was a good change. Seasons added new jobs like a gamer, journalism, law, education. I forget the others. And yeah, it does exactly what it says on the tin. Like your sim, you had to look after your sim because your sim had a temperature now where if they got too cold, they'd get sick. Too hot to get too sick. And it was an interesting way of taking care of your Sims, and it just added a whole new look to the environment in your neighborhood. The Sims 2 Nightlife is essentially what Hot Date was for The Sims 1, but upgraded and better. It added the downtown area, which had nightclubs, restaurants, the whole lot, and give your Sim that extra date and life factor and give them more features to it. The best thing about Nightlife for me was cars. Cars came into the Sims game. You could get cars and drive them, essentially. Your sim would get in a car and drive off, but you could see your car. You could get the really fancy, really cool sports car and feel great about yourself after you entered in motor load and just completely cheated in a brand new car. But it was great. Nightlife was fantastic. It also introduced vampires into the game. But the one thing I'll always love about Nightlife was the nightclubs, because they work so well together with The Sims 2 Open for Business. It was just amazing for me. The next round, I don't mean to be bad, but we have The Sims 2 Apartment Life versus The Sims 2 Pets. I talked about this in tier list. I didn't really play The Sims 2 Apartment Life at all, really. And The Sims 2 Pets, I think everyone had The Sims 2 Pets at one stage. Like, not only for PC, but for consoles, for handheld, the whole shebang. This Sims 2 Pets was so good because, with the normal Sims 2, your Sims actually had a lifespan, whereas in The Sims 1, they didn't. It applied for your pets here too. You could have kitties or puppies, then the normal adult lifestyle, and then there were elders. They aged in time. The cool thing about The Sims 2 Pets was you could train your pets to do tricks and all sorts. And like even in the console versions, you had the competitions and stuff. This isn't a console version 1, so I can't go into too much detail. But they really taught out this version of the Sims Pets game, and The Sims 2 Pets just worked so well. The last 2 expansion packs of The Sims 2 was, well, not the last 2, but the last 2 for us, is The Sims 2 University versus a Bon Voyage. Bon Voyage is the holiday expansion pack, the vacation expansion pack. It added 3 new destinations to go to. It added some cool NPCs, like the ninjas and the pirates. Like, I never forget them. I liked the holiday destinations, hotel resort areas. They were really cool. They looked well, like the way they were laid out, and even you could actually have one of these for a business as well, and it was class. The Sims 2 University was the first time our Sims could go to university, but we got a new life age for a Sim, so they became a young adult. So they went from teenager to young adult when they went to college. And I remember at the start, when I had university first, it was a struggle to get things right because I was failing a lot. But if you just kept up with your academics, studying, doing good with your exams, you'd do well. And, you pass college. When you passed college, you came out, whatever field you were studying, into a job that you were qualified in. And you'd be like on level 5, wouldn't you go like halfway through the job already? Which was great because when you get your days off in The Sims, you want to do other things with your Sims, like build up other skills or friendships or whatever. In university, after you got ahead of kind of your college work and stuff, you could kind of focus on skills that you didn't need to focus on, just to build them up for your Sim. Basically, university allowed your Sim to eventually go on and get them in a good position and get them their full aspiration goal. Basically, that's what I always felt university did. If your sim went to college, you would have a sim that would get the fancy white and gold tombstone when they passed, if you let them pass. Now I know we had a vacation expansion pack in Sims 1, but we didn't have a university one. But the Sims 2 University one, I've spent so much time on that. Like, you're like, when you're young sim, your teenager sim, you want them to go to college. Like, you can invite the headmaster over and try and get them a good, money package to try and get into college and get them into a place, or even a personal place rather than the dorms. Just the whole basically college life factor is more or less spot on. So for me, it's university. That rhymed. So looking at our semi-finals, I'm not gonna lie, but they literally are my 4 favorite expansion packs to The Sims 2. So this is tricky, really tricky. The Sims 2 Open for Business just has a foothold over at Nightlife, because even though Nightlife adds that extra character to the game, the downtown area, nightclubs, restaurants, the whole shebang there, being able to open them and manage them and make money from it, it was just a way better feature from it. So for me, The Sims 2 Up for Business goes into the final. I had this problem last video in The Sims 1 expansion packs as well, when a game came up against the Pets version of that game. Sims 2 Pets is phenomenal. The changes, not changes, but the upgrades for that they made just made sense for The Sims 2, and it just worked so well. But surprisingly, I know University is the first expansion pack to Sims 2, so maybe that's why I prefer University more. And it sounds strange to say it, because I've always liked getting a dog and recreating my dog in The Sims 2 and training them and stuff. But University, I think in the long run for The Sims, like, you send your Sims to university, get them a good degree, basically, get them into a good job, you get the chance to start earning better money at a younger stage as an adult when you actually would when you're an adult. So it always made more sense to have that. So The Sims 2 University goes into the finals. And when I compare both, for me, the finalist would have to be The Sims 2 Open for Business. While The Sims 2 University is an unbelievable expansion pack and can put you down the road in your Sims save file, or storyline basically, it could put your sim in a really, really good place. You didn't need to go to college to open a business and make money. I know I keep saying make money in this video the whole time, but that's essentially what The Sims 2 Open Business for do. You could get filthy rich from The Sims 2 Open for Business, and I liked the extra skills and the skill badge system that came with The Sims 2 Open for Business. And not only having your normal Sims skills, but you had them badges that you wanted to get the gold as well, and just have the perfect sim. That's it for me. It's as simple as that. I will be leaving the link to this bracket fights in the description below, so fill out your own one. Tweet me at Twitter with the link to it, at Peter Klein Jr., so we can talk about it. Do we agree on some things? Do we disagree on some things? And we just get a little discussion going. But anyways, guys, that is it for today. I will be back in the next video with the Sims 3 expansion packs, so wait out for that one. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe, and I shall see you guys next time.